Hey, Dave Weckl here.
Hi, this is Eric Marienthal.
Frank Gambale.
Shivamani.
Hi, this is Louis Banks here.
I want to tell you about a fantastic young musician by the name of Lydian Nadhaswaram.
Lydian Nadhaswaram. He's a 16-year-old multi-instrumentalist from India. Just a phenomenal talent.
Hello, Lydian. This is Frank Gambale.
This is Lydian Nadhaswaram.
Lydian Nadhaswaram.
Lydian Nadhaswaram. Chromatic Grammatic. What a title.
Chromatic Grammatic.
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 The album name is Chromatic Grammatic. I wish him all the best. I believe you will enjoy this album.
Hello everyone, I'm Lydian Nadhaswaram. I'm a 16-year-old musician from India, and as you all know that my name itself is a musical name which was named by my parents, and fortunately I too grew up as a musician with God's blessings, and whomever knows me in this planet is only because of music again. So I should be so thankful and responsible for the music that I'm pursuing. And this video is all about sharing my thoughts about my first album and the reason to submit for the Grammys. Before explaining about my album, I would first want to convey my gratitudes to my parents, my nation, and particularly to the United States of America. Because to begin with, America is the nation from where I was gifted with one of the best pianos of all time, the Steinway Grand Piano, from one of the most kindest person, Mr. Michael Novogratz. Later, I came to know that he was the Vice President of Jazz Foundation of America when he gifted that piano to me at his very first sight of my piano recital in a family get-together in New York. So with so much love and gratitude to Uncle Michael, I thought of making him happy and proud by composing an entire album completely in jazz. And the intention behind this album is to dedicate a Grammy to him, and that's where everything started. So I started learning jazz from a master whose name is Ronojith Chaliha, aka Roncha, who is a graduate from Berkeley and now lives in Assam. So this 1 year of learning jazz, along with my love and respect to Uncle Michael, are the prime reasons to begin the album work, which was started 3 months ago, and now it is all set to be submitted for the Grammys. And here's where I would like to mention the great musician and 2-time Grammy Award winner and the pride of India, none other than my beloved well-wisher, Mr. Ricky Kej. I take this opportunity to thank him for coming forward to submit my debut jazz album, Chromatic Grammatic, for the 65th Grammy Awards. His love and kindness means a lot to me and our family. So now I wish to share something from my heart about my debut jazz album, Chromatic Grammatic. This is a new age jazz album which has 12 songs in it, and each one is composed in each key in chromatical order. And there are different types of jazz in this album, such as solo performance, duo, trio, quartet, quintet, and brass ensemble, and Indian fusion jazz, and many. So the first song is named as Kickoff, and it's in the key C minor, and the song features one of the best jazz drummers in India, Mr. Gino Banks, and the piano and the bass were played by me live in my home here in Chennai. I named the first song as Kickoff to kick off all the sorrows and sufferings that came to this world in the name of COVID and pandemic, and this song is purely composed in a traditional jazz style. So the second song is named as Beam Me Up, and this name was suggested by one of my well-wishers from San Diego, and his name is Dr. Vishwas Gaitonde. So I asked him for a title which means transfer me to another world, and he came up with this title Beam Me Up, which was already a famous dialogue from the franchise Star Trek. This is an electronic jazz, and this song features one of the best Konnakol artists in the world, Mr. B.C.Manjunath, and the incredible guitarist from Athens, Greece, Mr. George Karayiannis. even though the song is fully techno, I wish to have an exclusive electric guitar solo and the Indian traditional vocal percussion, Konnakol and Mridangam solo too. And the interesting thing about this song is I featured my master whom I learned Konnakol from for this composition, and he blessed me from his heart during the recording session of this song, for which I felt really happy. When I was learning jazz, I had a list of great jazz musicians who inspired me a lot, and Chick Corea was one of my favorites and he forever will be. His demise is a huge loss to the entire jazz world and the music industry. So, as a respect to him, I composed a song as a tribute to the legend, having one of his composition, Armando's Rumba, as inspiration. Initially, the solo violin portion in the song was planned to feature one of the best violinists in the jazz world, but unfortunately, due to his unavailability, I myself played the solo violin for the third track of this album, which is named as Remembering Chick. So the fourth song is named as Cherry, and it's a piano solo in the key E flat major. And the interesting thing about the song is during the piano recording sessions for this album, there was still one song left to compose in the key E flat, and this whole track was recorded in one take and composed in real time while my sister Amirthavarshini helped me as the recording engineer. So I thought it can be a piano solo which can be short and sweet as a cherry fruit, so I named the song as Cherry. And the fifth track is named as Funky Chunky. As the song was composed in a funky style, I simply named it as Funky Chunky. I always loved jazz funk, and the reason for that is Stevie Wonder and Herbie Hancock, and one of my favorite music films of all time is Whiplash, mainly because of the drums and the incredible brass band. So this song features the amazing brass band, Pacific Horns, and the prodigy drummer and my dear friend Stephen Samuel. And between all these, I wish to have a flute solo, and the flute is played by my sister Amirthavarshini. Whenever I listened to the song, I could see a set of dancers dancing in my mind. So I hope that many dance groups will pick the song and choreograph for their performances. The sixth song is named as Spot, and the interesting thing about the song is this is the first song that I composed for this album, and the song's melody starts as how the guitar is tuned, like E, A, D, G, B, E, like this. So yeah, that's my guitar over there. And this song features one of the best guitarists of all time, the Frank Gambale, and also one of the best bassists, the Mohini Day, and the amazing Gino Banks on the drums, and my sister Amirthavarshini on the flute. This song is a quintet jazz fusion, and the reason why I named this song as Spot is because I composed this song in Spot. The seventh song is called as Breeze. This is a mixture of jazz but with a pinch of Indian music in it. So when I composed this song, I wanted to compose something as cool as breeze. So I chose wind instruments such as saxophone and Indian Bansuri flute, and I hope I have given justice to the title of the song. This song features Mark Hartsuch on the alto saxophone and S.Akash on the Indian Bansuri flute. And And the 8th song name is Parkour, and this song is composed in the time signature 11/8, which is very unusual for a jazz song. And this song features one of the best drummers in the world, the Weckl, and also one of the best saxophone players of all time, the Marienthal, and the amazing Mohini on the bass. When I sent the first copy of the track and the lead sheet to Weckl and Marienthal, they both appreciated me a lot for composing a tune which is very catchy and an unusual time signature for jazz, which is 11/8, and it really meant a lot to me as it was coming from the jazz greats. Also, the great Indian composer Maestro Isegnani Ilayaraja sir heard the track, and he too appreciated me a lot for composing a very catchy tune and an unusual time signature, the 11/8. The reason why I named this song as Parkour is mainly because of this complicated time signature, and I used to see a lot of parkour stunt videos in YouTube, and it may seem like, you know, jumping around, but it's very difficult to do, and you need very precise aim on whatever object you step or jump on. It's just like that here too. You need to concentrate on the count so much, but for the spectators, you know, it's very easy to the ears and catchy. So that's Parkour. And the 9th song is named as Rugged, and the reason for this title is the song makes you feel tough. This song features one of the most famous drummers in India, drums Shivamani, and this is a fusion, and it has piano solo, melodica solo, drums and percussion solo. And the reason why I added melodica to this song is only because of my all-time inspiration, Jacob Collier. So the melodica solo for this song was composed keeping Jacob Collier's arrangements for Flintstones in my mind, which also won a Grammy. And the drums and percussion solo was also composed by me especially for Uncle Shivamani. So that's Rugged. The 10th song is named as Hollywood Hotel. So the first song that I played in guitar was Hotel California, and since this particular song is composed only for the guitar, like end to end, I wanted to name the song as Hollywood Hotel, keeping the title Hotel California as inspiration. I mainly composed this song to be played in restaurants, lobbies, and family get-together and more. So yeah, that's Hollywood Hotel. And the 11th song is named as Breather, and after a bunch of heavy tracks I wanted this to be like a mild one and to take a deep breath and go to sleep. So this is kind of like a jazz lullaby, and the song features the amazing Alexander Toth in the double bass, and the song's melody was completely played in an instrument called Wurlitzer. So yeah. The 12th song, the finale of this album, is named as Spark Plug, and the song is composed in the time signature 7/8, and it's in the key B minor. And when you take off all the black keys and just count the white from C to B, the B is the 7th note from C, and this song is exactly 7 minutes, like 7:00. And that's a special thing about this song. And the song features the great Indian musician Mr. Rajhesh Vaidhya on the Veena, and the incredible Weckl on the drums, and the piano and the bass guitar, and the arrangements and all the synth were played by me and recorded live in my home here in Chennai. The main inspiration for the song was Chick Corea's Got a Match, and I'm so happy to have the incredible Weckl to play in my song, who originally played for Chick Corea's Got a Match. And I thought I can explore the beautiful tone of the melodic instrument Veena and to adopt it to jazz. And I'm so happy to have this incredible player, Mr. Rajhesh Vaidhya, who deserves the world's vision and appreciation for his dedication and musicality. So this is what I wanted to convey about Chromatic Grammatic, and hoping that everyone would have got some idea about the album now. And thank you so much for all your love, support and blessings till date. And the video songs for the album will be releasing one after another in our YouTube channel, Lydian Nadhaswaram Official, and also in my dad's channel, Varshan Music. And if you wish to listen to the songs from Chromatic Grammatic, it's available in Spotify, it's available in iTunes, YouTube Music, and the links for that is in the description. Thank you so much and take care.